Hey guys, Dr. Kohler here. Real quick, I want to go over this linear functions worksheet, so make sure you have this one out. If not, go ahead and pause this video and make sure you have this packet out from the sub. Now this worksheet we're going to do here with linear functions, you're given values in a table, like over here on the left, and we are going to graph those to see if your function is linear or nonlinear. Remember, linear means it creates a straight line, and then nonlinear would be not a straight line. So I'm going to jump down to number 3 actually because it's a little more challenging, and I want to explain what this little hint is under each of them. They're kind of different. So first of all, right off the bat, I know that my x and y values are all positive, which means I can just use that upper right quadrant. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and draw in, let me pick a color that shows up, sorry. Draw my x and y axis. So if you want to do this with a ruler, you can. I would line it up and then just draw a straight line. Ignore the fact that that's not straight. Down along this line here. And I'll draw my little arrows at the end of each one. And then also, for my x-axis, I'm going to go along this way. Ooh, that's not great, but it's pretty close. Okay, so there's my x and y axis that I'm going to use. Also down here at this hint, it says you may have to count by 5s on your grid. So I know with my x's that I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to count here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm actually going to count by 2s across the bottom here. So obviously this is 0 where my y is, but I'm going to have like 2, 4, 6 at this line, 8, 10. You can go ahead and be numbering this on yours too. If you need to pause at any time to kind of catch up after you see what I'm doing, you can do that. 16, these numbers aren't real clear, sorry about that. 18 and 20. Okay, so along the bottom I just counted by 2s because I only need to go to 20 and I knew that it would fit. Up through the y-axis though, I have to be able to get to 58, so that's what I'm definitely going to be counting by 5s. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20. The next line up would be 25, and then 30, 35, 40, and then 45, 50, and 55, 60. So as you can see, I saved a little bit of time by just kind of marking every other one. You don't have to mark every line. Okay, so my first point, let me change up some colors here so you can see this. So my first point is right here, 5 on my x, 13 on my y. So if I go over 5, that's between the 4 and the 6. And then I want to go up to 13. So that's going to be right about here. Alright, because it's between 10 and 15. So there's 13. Alright, my next point is right here. And it is 10, 28. I'm actually going to make that a better color so that it shows up for you. So I'm going to go over 10 and up 28, which is going to be like right here below 30. Alright, my next one is right here, 1543. So I'm going to go between the 14 and the 16, and I'm going up to 43, which is between 40 and 45 again. So like right here. Ooh, that's a weird looking point. Close enough. Alright, and then the last one is 2058. So all the way over to my last line, straight up to 58, which would be right about here, right below the 60 there. Now, this is where your ruler might come in handy again. If you look, these points are all pretty well lined up. It's going to be kind of obvious if they're not linear. I'm going to attempt to draw a line through it, but I can't guarantee it's going to be straight. But these points do line up, and you can check it with your ruler too. They should be close enough. There we go. Okay. So your straight line doesn't have to go through 0, 0. Mine doesn't. Not all these lines will. And I know that it's a little curvy around this purple point up here, but we would definitely be able to tell that the points in this number 3 table are linear. So I'd write linear. I mostly just wanted to show you how to set up your X and Y axis. You can count by 2s, 3s, 5s, 10s, 20s, whatever helps fit all of your numbers. Just make sure that I would actually go ahead and number your X and Y axis on the lines there, just to make sure that you have your biggest numbers covered. Like we needed 20 on our X axis and 58 on our Y, and we have that. They do not have to count by the same amount each time. All right. So you're going to be going through these questions. You're going to be drawing an XY axis. You're going to be plotting your points. And then when you're all done, you can put this in your binder, put your binders away, and work on your iReady or something quietly. All right. Thanks, guys.